I have a related question to Mr. Milind Devra. You spoke about how MPs should be judged on the basis of their parliamentary performance, and that is something we should all agree with. But it's also true that MPs receive local area development funds. So can some of these be used for local issues like water, sanitation, toilets, for example? And should they be used? What is your opinion?
I'm very proud to have used a lot of my funds for sanitation and to provide public toilets.
But that's what they're for.
But I also use those funds sometimes to provide computer infrastructure and IT infrastructure in very, very poor and backward schools in my constituency. So that is a discretionary fund, which the way you can judge that and the way citizens should judge how an MP, MLA, corporator have utilized their funds is really in terms of what percent of it has been deployed. Because again, in that, the elected representative doesn't have the role in implementing that fund. We only have a recommendatory role. And I think the solution is very simple for the city of Mumbai. But let's at least start from the top. Let's at least make the mayor more accountable and let the mayor be known to the people.
Gentlemen,
Milind, it is most difficult to do it in Mumbai because the moment you empower the mayor of Mumbai, the chief minister feels threatened that he is more powerful than me. That is a problem. So let's understand that.
Well,
so we have to change our mindset. I totally agree. So it was
Sir,
disbanded.
Very humbly, my question is, Mayor, Chief Minister, whoever, they have got the power, why haven't they done something?
They have to.
Yeah,
They must.
exactly
My
right.
question,
They must.
I
They
think
must.
everybody agrees. Do you agree or not?
Yes.
Whoever,
Yes.
there is somebody who has the power, right? Why haven't they done something?
Hi, my name's Yokini. My question solely for Milind. Today, you say you've passed the regulatory bill for, the future buildings that are being developed, and you want to take precautions. What about the other 56,000 buildings that are yet there, other than Campacola? What is happening for them? What are the plans?
So what we've done with this housing regulator is to ensure that in the state of Maharashtra, there will never be another Campacola. And I think...
What about the people who are already living in these artificial buildings, who are traumatized every morning?
Yeah, so as far as Campacola goes, all I can tell you is that I'm fully with you and I will do...
Well, she's saying about the 56,000 other Campacolas waiting
Well,
to happen.
that's something... No, not waiting to happen. She's saying other buildings which have also got...
Which have a similar
FSI,
case
but are
study.
deemed illegal.
And it is a matter of time
So it's
where
just a
some
matter of
litigation
time.
happens and they will also get...
Well, those are some things which of course the state has to respond to retrospectively. But as she said, the housing regulator in my view is a huge important tool to prevent any Campacola from happening in the state of Maharashtra.
We definitely agree to that.
I
That
add
is
to
the
your
future.
question?
What about the past?
Well, the
What
past-
are we doing for people who have voted for various parties to come there, not seeing the parties come together and fight this?
All parties, to be fair, understand the point that if you have permissible FSI, you are legal. And just under technicality of what the court may say you're illegal and you should be demolished, I think all parties will back you and are backing you on that. So that's something you should rest assured. We are just trying to find a way to do something retrospectively. As you know, the code of conduct is also in place now. No legislation can be passed right now. But this is something that I will at least tell you at a personal level that I will continue to fight for, not just Campacola, but for all the buildings that have permissible FSI.
The idea that corruption is in any way okay, people who live in these buildings will perhaps see it differently now. But until it comes to your doorstep, you don't see it. This is what we need to change right now. The citizens, people have to have a no tolerance policy for, forgive my language, okay, it's that simple.
My question is to you, sir, from the BJP. So you have always taken stance for the demand for smaller states, and Shiv Sena is always against, sometimes against Vidarbha. So if you all come to power, what will be the case?
There may be a difference of opinion between BJP and Shiv Sena. There are a number of issues. We are different parties. Our agenda is separate Vidarbha.
But when you form an alliance, you need to have unanimous thoughts. You
No,
cannot have aligned
see,
different thoughts.
In our polity, there has always been alliance on common minimum programs because we are different
Right.
parties.
Yes.
Common minimum program actually, does that actually mean that the major issues that each party has don't get solved because you're only solving the issues that both of you agree on, which is a very slim intersection?
See, ultimately you have to know the ground reality. If we come to power with total majority and if we don't need support of any other party, it would be only BJP agenda.
I'll just take that question also. I think that's the final question. Yes, Rajiv.
A very simple question from all of us concerned citizens is, at the end of it, if we sit to take stock 5 years later, in what way is my Bombay going to be more livable?
I'll say you will get a change for better.
So my only message is, young people watching this in Mumbai, in other parts of the country, should vote for individuals who can bring them solutions, not those who keep highlighting the problems.
Perhaps we move to a larger discussion where you start voting for individuals and throw the party dynamics out of the window altogether. You know, people who will work for your constituency, best person for your constituency. We're going to wind up on that note this edition of the Poll Pulse. To all our audience, fantastic questions. To all our leaders present here, Devendra Fadnavis, Milind Deora, Vishal Dadlani, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.